Welcome to the story of Vicomtessa. This is a monologue of the years of Vicomtessa playing the game Dark Age of Camelot. Here we'll have Vicomtessa on his rank 11 infiltrator, attacking Nate on his caster. Now, casters are known to be very difficult for stealthers, especially infiltrators. Yes, it looks like the jump has been made and Vicomtessa is going to get a mez pot. Nate's going to easily nuke down the rank 11 Vicomtessa. Even as a young lad, Nate was on casters punning young Vicom. Oh, sad moment indeed. On to the next fight, yes. Here we have Nate, he's switched to an enchanter, and we have a young Vicomtessa on a merc, Tesla. This is back in the day, he's going to charge away from the enchanter, but I don't think Vicom knew exactly how long Mock was as a young player, playing against Natebruner on a caster. Nate's going to continue to be in Mock form. It looks like Vicom realized he went in too early and is coming back for Nate. Nate seems to be toying with him. A young Vicom again on this merc. It's pretty poor play. Nate looks like he has a power problem, but it looks like he's just going to simply toy with him. But oh yeah, it looks like this is just a matter of playing around here. Oh yes, another Nate caster. Now this we visit back in time. This was when Nate was playing a rank 11 BM, and Vicom was on stream and he attacked the rank 11 BM, and I recall back in time this was a bad night. Vicom had a hard time going to sleep after this fight because on the stream he simply got destroyed by a rank 11. This was part of the reason Nate would never play high realm ranks again. He only used charge, no need for purge, IP. It was half of the reason. Instant classic. Who could forget the Nate when he was playing the Korean lawnmower and he stumbled upon a young Vicom on his champ, Kakashi. This is where a young Vicom has a young Fiery must have been a teenager at the time, but Fiery will come in to Vicom's aid to fight the Korean lawnmower as we travel back in time. Now you can see this was part of the problem is Vicom's playstyle. He would often stream these engaging and kiting fashions that would often bore people to death and not even want them to play Dark Age of Camelot because of the manner in which he played the game, streaming it for others. But here, Vicom is almost to the end of the matter here, and we'll have a young Fiery come in to assist. They were on stream. Vicom is yelling for Fiery to come and assist and to hurry back, and Fiery's doing his best. You know, poor lad. He's a little slow coming back to help. This was back when you had to run here, I believe. And Fiery's going to show up any moment now to assist a young Vicom. You can see still, he doesn't want to fight, but we're just moments away. This was a classic back in the day. You had Nate doing a Korean-style voice as he would slay the both of them, and you'd have Vicom and Fiery go down. Oh, and a story together here. You see, here comes Fiery on the Zerk. This is part of the story of Vicomtessa. They could never forget the phrase that came from this fight. Nate could be heard saying in his Korean accent, "Free RP for me," and he said it over and over again. Look at the damage output here by Fiery back in the day, and this is several years ago when Nate was playing the Korean lawnmower and just destroying Vicom and Fiery together. It was a splendid time back in the day, destroying these guys. But here in a moment we'll have Fiery. This is typical Fiery here. The play has always been pretty pathetic, but fun nonetheless. This was a great vid. Now this was back in the day. Vicom once said to Nate, "Get on a stealth there, and let's see how you do." Nate waited for Vicom on a ranger, lured Vicom out into fighting him. I believe Vicom didn't know that this was Nate at the time, and he's doing his best on stream versus the Ranger. Again, he wanted this fight with Natebruner on a stealther, and had always asked for it. And who is Nate to deny one a request? If you want it that badly, Nate was going to give it to him. And you can see here, Vicom's got real problems. He wasn't quite ready for a Ranger of this magnitude. He asked for a stealther battle, and again, he could not handle this. Years ago, this fight took place. We've always had these issues of Vicom talking. Now, this was a fight in which I believe the Zerkers run rank 6. Vicom comes out with serious deeps. Serious deeps, a testament to the damage that sometimes he could put out. This was many years ago. Nate was on the 6th tune, kind of playing around with him, but this was an instant comeback, a classic, or should I say. Nate IPs here, and then you're going to see Nate do something that Vicom had no idea what was about to happen to him, as he thought that he was dominating the fight, and this, all of a sudden, the tides turned when that stun landed, and again, he's going to try and get away, and that fight is history, folks. Domination. Now, this would be the only time that Nate would play a higher realm rank tune than Vicom as we travel back the sands of time. Nate's on a realm rank 12 Savage here, but it goes back to show kind of some of how Vicom will play any tune that he can to the utmost boredom possible. He will engage, backpedal, look to fight in the water, kite. It's the story. It's part of the story that must be told when we talk about Vicomtessa. You see, this boring playstyle that is often streamed. I don't know if it's because he thinks he's a good player, or if he's actually trying to recruit other players to play Dark Age of Camelot. I mean, it's been questioning. Many have asked me this question: why does he stream this play for others? You know, I don't know. I think it's because he almost doesn't want to lose as much as FYI. He just hasn't carried a bot around to, ensure a victory of some sort. But the play has been boring nonetheless. Who else in their right mind would backpedal an entire fight in the water to try and win against Nate on a realm rank 12 tune? Again, this would be the only time I can recall that Nate would play something higher realm rank, and besides the BM where he was insta-slaughtered, and Nate would only play realm rank 1s pretty much after that. This is where a friend had lent Nate the 12 Savage, and Nate was just playing around with hand-to-hand, and happened to cross paths with Vicomtessa here, and it was just, that's how he plays. Now, this is back in the day. Nate got on a Necro. Vicomtessa, he's going to come at him with the Savage Vicomtessa. The Savage is 12. Now, you can see a young Vicom here had no idea how to play against Nate on any sort of caster. Nate simply ate his lunch. That was pretty ugly. Now, they switch roles here. Vicom would get on his rank 9 Negro. Nate has kind of jumped to these realm rank 1 tunes. It is doing his thing, but caught Vicom on the rank 9 Necro. And looks like Nate, believe Nate is going to make pretty much easy work of Vicom trying to play a Necro. So he got on his Necro, and then waited for Vicom to get on his Necro, and I guess he wanted to show him how to play a Necro. I don't know what's going on. Most Necros are a little better than this, and would pose a greater challenge. But again, this is the story of Vicomtessa. They're going back and forth here a little bit, and it's game over. Vicom down. Another easy dub for Nate. Now this one's interesting. Nate's on the seldom seen realm rank 1 Merc, and Vicom is on the Hunter. The Hunter's name back in the Obtressa. Tessa, something like this. Gonna get an early jump on Nate. Nate's gonna charge away, try and heal up, and then re-engage the fight. But this one, it kind of reminds me when we travel down memory lane of, you know, he's not the sharpest tool in the shed when it comes to knowing what's been used and what hasn't been used during the course of a fight. Um, and so this battle is going to play out a little bit here. He's going to Zephyr as soon as he sees the dirty tricks, a common tactic to avoid realm rank 1s, mercs especially, and the DPS they can set out. You can see Nate's going to try and kill the pet. Vicom's going to come back in firing on the hunter. And it's kind of a dance-off here. Vicom's going to land the stun and get behind Nate. Has an early advantage here, especially finding him shooting up top up there. He's made this fight a little bit interesting for Nate. You can see some spectators around. Often if you see the Realm Rank 1, a lot of people enjoy watching the Realm Rank 1 battle, especially players who think that they're really good at the game Dark Age of Camelot. But we're on the backstretch of this fight. You can see Vicom, Nate has charged behind Vicom, and he is going to try and get away. Now this goes back to what I was saying. Sometimes he doesn't know what's been used in a fight and what hasn't. I believe he thinks that his opponent here, Nate, doesn't have any heals left, but I believe Nate is simply luring him in to get him to fire one last round and then pop IP and get on top of the hunter. He's going to play him. There goes the stun. He's going to stick around. Probably not the smartest move, but like I said, from Vicom's never been the smartest of players on Dark Age. This is where I'm talking about. Nate's going to wait, get low, pop IP, and then Vicom has a real problem. Vicom has always struggled with Nate on the Realm Rank 1s. This is just probably more stupidity than poor play. Like I said, not very bright. Easy dub. Probably here we have Vicomtessa on his warrior. What I'm saying probably is probably the fight of all fights that we can say we don't understand. This was a spanking and utter spanking, probably the worst heavy tank play we've ever seen in the game. As far as any time anyone's ever played a heavy tank anywhere at a dual zone. From the get-go, massive deeps is taken. An early IP is then placed. The Realm Rank 1 has probably, what I believe that it says, 97, maybe 87. Next to no damage whatsoever by a Vicomtessa heavy tank. If this is just another reminder of how poor Vicom has been over the years playing Dark Age of Camelot. But again, always talking, always speaking as if he is some great player. He has struggled throughout his career dealing with players who are not box collectors here in the dual zones, or even casters, no matter what it is. He looks to prey upon those who are new at the game. But this warrior, Nate's at 100%. IP is up on a Realm Rank 1 tune. He lands a stun. Believe that's at 80 now % on Nate. Nate is going to, I believe charge is available now against this warrior. He landed a stun, and my God, Nate's going to charge here at 91%, I believe that is. And this was just an absolute thrashing. However you're playing your light tank, play the opposite of this than the story of Vicomtessa. This is just sad all the way around. This was a Realm Rank 1 versus the Vicomtessa Ranger. He had it over here at Folly. Very scared from the initial get-go. Nate is actually champ debuffed at the beginning of this fight. Nate lands the early stun. Gonna go Vindo on the Ranger. We're gonna see an early Zephyr from Vicomtessa. Obviously afraid to fight Nate, but it's going to do so. And we're gonna have, once he re-engages the fight here, Nate's gonna play it perfect, eat a couple arrows, pop a hill pot, and then show Vicomtessa how you really dance. He throws down, you know, the ability here on the Ranger, but still, he's not going to be able to dance over and over with Nate. Nate's going to come out of that, and here we're going to have another showdown. But like I said, he streams this play as if he is a good player, and I'm not sure why, but he does. And again, he's trying to dance with Nate. Nate totally has destroyed him. It doesn't matter the tune he plays. Now this one is a little bit crazy. He's on a realm rank 11 champion. Okay, the champion has IP and ST. He may say, "Oh, I don't ever have anything up when he hits me." He's already popped IP right there. Okay, now here comes the ST. The Zerk is debuffed beyond all belief. It is very difficult to beat even a crappy high realm rank champion. And so this one kind of is a surpriser. You know, he's debuffed the realm rank 1, you know, is debuffed to all end, can barely swing. Sit down, realm rank 11 Vicomtessa champion. I mean, my God. Have some pride. This is Nate again. The Shitter of the Year awards that were handed out at the end of last year. Nate's on a realm rank 3 Zerker, going against this realm rank 12 Vicomtessa Nightshade. I swear the tunes, all these tunes must be eBayed. I don't know how you play all these different stealthers. There's even a young Lurricane one that's realm rank 11. He's trying to get to 12, and he still don't know how to play the dang stealther class. But, you know, again, here's the realm rank 3, just destroying that one. Nate was just trying to, in the history of Vicom's career, do it on a 1, 2, and 3. Here's the rank 2 Zerker against the realm rank 12 Infiltrator. Again, you can see Vicomtessa tries to always dance with Nate. You might land a stun on Nate, but you're not gonna land more stuns than he does. He's the king of stuns. Vicom's gonna rely on Mezpots and hoping if you have Purge up though, it's game over. So anything above realm rank 1, a tune that has Purge, if you're timing your charge correctly, it's easy peasy. And here's the final one, folks. You got the realm rank 12. Vicom hitting a realm rank 1 Tito, just kind of the nail in the coffin. Vicom's pretty much been a shitter his whole career, even when Nate played casters. Nate's been killing him for years. It's the reason he really just can't stand the thought of having to fight Nate, and to the point now where he just basically runs. But the story's got to be told. You know, this is Vicomtessa. This is him. This is a summary of his career. And you got to know, you know, this is the guy who thinks he's good. This is the guy who, if you were trying to play the game and picking up boxes and he killed you, was flexing on you. I mean, that's your guy. That's Vicomtessa in a nutshell over the course of his career. That's why he was named the 2022 Shitter of the Year. Killed on all of his stealthers. Thank you for tuning in for the story of Vicomtessa.